Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small, the Unconventional Attorney. Tonight, coming to you from sunny San Diego. It's actually dark outside right now. I want to talk to you about what to do if your law firm clients are calling you too much. Before we get to that though, I want to remind you, if you are not subscribed to the world's greatest law firm owner newsletter, you need to go and get on it. It's free. Every Sunday I send you out some great information, some strategies, tips, tricks, mindset thoughts, some woo-woo things, all the things. And if you're not on it, you can't get it. To get it though, you can just go to theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. Check it out. It's theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. Okay, so this is a problem or a theme that I've heard several times. It was, I'm in San Diego right now hosting my quarterly live mastermind meeting, and one of the folks who was here was talking to the group about a problem that they were having. This is at dinner. And by the way, we're in San Diego, and we went to this place. I can't remember the name of it, but it was amazing. It's Mexican food. It was right on the water overlooking downtown. Fantastic. And I paid for it. So if you want a free meal in the next quarter, come to the live sanctuary meeting. Okay. Anyway, I digress. What we started talking about was that this particular person was frustrated with basically the actions of her clients. They're calling her too much. They are sort of using her for emotional support. They are showing up at the office when they don't have appointments. They're doing all kinds of crazy things. And as we talked through, I realized there were sort of a few specific ground rules that I think everybody should have, whether you're in a sort of a high stress client scenario or not. And I wanted to talk about what those were, so that you could try them on, you could implement them in your firm, and see how they work for you. Okay? Now, first things first, step one or point one or rule one is you should never be taking your own phone calls. So clients should never be able to just call you up. And it's not an access problem necessarily, it's a time problem. If you could just call your doctor anytime that you wanted, they would never be able to get any work done. The same goes for you. So for me, my clients, whenever they want to talk to me, they have to go to my calendar link, which I use Acuity Scheduling, and they sign up for a time. When they sign up for that time, they have to say what the call is regarding. Do I need to review any documents? If I do, if I don't have them, they can attach them, and that will give me an idea of what they want to talk about. It will let me see if they really need to talk to me, or maybe it's something that can be addressed via email. And it can also, if you have needy clients, it can avoid those needy situations because often they will decide that they can wait, or they don't need to do that. Okay, so that's step number one. No phone calls straight to your phone if you are the attorney. Step number two is, if you have somebody answering your phones, no phone calls come to you that way either. Everything gets scheduled. Every single meeting gets scheduled, unless there's an emergency. And an emergency is not somebody is having an emotional problem. An emergency is something is on fire. Something needs to be done right now. What you'll find is there are basically no emergencies in what we do. Okay? They just don't exist. Because if they are emergencies for the client, if they're big deals for the client, often we can't handle or address what their true problem is. They need to call the authorities. They need to do something. But anything other than call us. Rule number 3, no drop-in meetings. No one just gets to show up. If that happens, you or whoever should say, look, I'm busy. I have a meeting coming up. I have to prepare for something. Please get on my calendar and schedule a time to come in. Pretty simple. They schedule a time and then you meet with them. And that's amazing. One of the questions, or one of the objection is not the right word. One of the concerns from this attorney, this law firm owner that I was talking to, was that she felt like this was kind of her differentiating factor. This was something that set her apart. And I was sort of quick to point out that none of us should have as our differentiating factor that we are the emotional crutches of our clients, that we are there for them at all time for no reason. Instead, what I suggested was that when they do book those meetings, you make sure that you are as on time as you can be every single time. So if the meeting is at 11:30, at 11:30 you are calling. If it's an in-person meeting at 11:30, you are ready to talk. Okay, and when you make promises, you keep them. When you say something is going to be due at a certain time, it's done and out at that time. That is a differentiating factor because it's something that many, many law firm owners, and maybe even you, don't do. If that's the case, by the way, you should work on your systems, your processes, and everything else to make sure that that gets done the right way. All right. So I think that was number 3. And then number 4 really is just once those meetings get set, if you or your administrative assistant or your paralegal see that the meeting is set and see that it's something that should not be, doesn't need to be discussed in a meeting, then someone, typically the paralegal or your administrative assistant, needs to reach out to that person and tell them this isn't really something that we need to meet about. It can be addressed via XYZ, and then email them that same thing if they don't answer, and then go and cancel that appointment so it can get set another time. A big part of this is we as attorneys need to set good boundaries. We need to set good expectations. And then most importantly, we need to hold strong with those expectations. So if you tell people you must book a time before you can talk to me, they must book a time. Even one slip is going to sort of open a foothold for that person to do it again and again and again. Your time is valuable. Your clients are important to you, but they should show you the respect and take the time to just book an appointment with you so that you can be ready to talk to them, they can be ready to talk to you, and anything that can get ironed out in the meantime can get ironed out. All right? That's it. Pretty straightforward. Easy to say, hard to do. But if you practice it, I guarantee you, your clients will be happy, your life will be better, you will be spending way less time working, and you might even look better too. Okay? That's it. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know someone needs to hear this, please share it with them. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them. Dan, what is up? Hope you're doing great, buddy. That's it for today. I'm Christopher Small. I am the Unconventional Attorney. If you are not subscribed to the world's greatest newsletter, please go subscribe. theunconventionalattorney.com/newsletter. That is it for today. I will see you tomorrow.